Hello children, good morning all of you. Today for class 12, ISC, CBSE and West Bengal board also. Function part 4. That means you have already got 3 lessons. You must go through that lesson. Now please pay your attention on the board. Remember, that is types of function. There are 5 types. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 into function, 1 onto function, into function, onto function, into, and another that is 1 correspondence. That means in jest 1 onto into, many one onto into, and 1 correspondence. These are the 5 types of the function that you have to remember. And 1 onto function, that is also known as injective. Set ABCD and set Y, that is PQRS. Now reason 1, different elements of X have different images in Y. That means 1 that means 1 A to R, that is 1 and reason to each element of Y is the images of an element X. X image, that is R, D image, that is P, each element. This is why 1 onto. There is no empty. All are the elements we are getting image. This is why onto function. 1 into function. Say X is this and Y is this. Into function, there is one empty. That is, different elements of X have different images in Y. 1 point, and reason to R belongs to Y, which is not image of X. R empty. Here is empty. This is why this into. There is no empty. This is why onto. Now many one onto function. That is also known as surjective. X, set of X and set of Y. Reason 1, different elements, that is 1 and 5 of X have the same images at 7. Many 1, that means 5 and 1. Many, that is 1 and 5 images at 7. 2 and 3. Many at 1 point. This is why this function is known as many one. Onto, there is no empty. There is no empty in set Y. This is why this is known as onto function. Many one onto function. Reason to there is no empty in Y. This is known as many one onto function. And many one into function. Naturally, from this we may conclude there must be an empty. In into there is empty, in onto there is no empty. Reason what different element, that is 3, 4, 7, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5 of X have the same image, that is at 6 in Y. Many at 1 point. And listen to, there is an empty in Y. There is an empty in Y. This is why many one into function. And 1 correspondence, X is this, Y is this. This known as subjective, bijective. Bijective, and this is known as surjective. There is many one in onto, surjective. 1 correspondence, that is bijective. Reason, there are no empty in X and Y. In X there is no empty, in Y there is no empty. Reason, number of elements in X, that is cardinal number of X equal to cardinal number of Y. These are the types of set. The definition with diagram you have to remember. Next, one the vital point, that is repetition of domain is not function. There are all these are five types of the function, but what will not be a function? That is domain. X, set of X, that is domain, and this is the range. If you see domain is repeating, that means from a point one image this, from a point another point, from a point if we get two images, that means A is repeating. In that case, this will not be a function. In all the cases, if you see the 5, suppose the 5, from 5 we are getting image here, from 5 we are getting image at 9. That means domain is repeating, that means 5 we are getting 2 times. This is why this will not be a function. Range may be repeat, that will be function, but domain will not be repeated. That you have to remember. I think it is clear. Next, one sum is given from ML Agarwal's book, exercise 1.3, sum number 15. So that the function this defined by this is not onto function. This you have to prove onto function. We have got the definition. Now, in which way we are proving, that you have to notice attentively. The function f is 1, 1. That is 1, 1 we are considering. Reason, let x1 and y2 belongs to n be such that function x1 equal to x2. That is, in place of x we will put the coordinates of this, that is x1, y1. By putting x1 we are getting this, and this is 2 x1 x2 minus 1. By simplifying we are getting x1 equal to x2. Thus fx1 equal to fx2. x1 equal to x2, that means x1 equal to x2. Therefore f is 1, 1. 1, 1 is proved. Now the function f is not onto. Reason, here only we have to give the reason. Considering minus 1 belongs to n, codomain of f, and if there exists some x belongs to n, that is domain of f, such that fx equal to minus 1, then 2x minus 1 equal to minus 1. By calculation it is coming 2x equal to 0, x equal to 0 by 2, x equal to 0. But 0 not belongs to n, therefore does not exist any x belongs to n, that is domain of f, such that fx equal to minus 1. Therefore f is not onto. F is not onto function. The reason, if you follow the step and if you remember this, then easily you will understand. Okay, thank you everybody.